I know you're dying to know if Hokum lives up to the hype. Let's do an honest, spoiler-free, no-hype review. What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I'm the only person talking horror on the internet. Hit the sub, help me get to 5K before my 2-year anniversary this June. Hokum follows Adam Scott as horror writer Ohm Bauman traveling to a remote part of Ireland to spread his parents' ashes. Bauman becomes entangled in the mysteries of the hotel that he's staying in. There's your movie. Alright, let's bring this up so we can break this down. Having advanced from Shudder exclusives with Caveat and Oddity to a prestigious Neon-acquired nationwide theatrical release, writer-director Damien McCarthy is positioned to graduate from die-hard horror fans' best-kept secret to the horror director A-list with Hokum. He delivers his strongest effort yet with Hokum, a tense and constantly engaging and downright terrifying mix of supernatural horror and folk horror. His vision is strong and it's fully realized. 13 out of 15. The entire cast is good, but this film is made or breaks with Adam Scott's performance. And with over 30 years in the business and nearly 150 credits, Scott shows that he still has capabilities as an actor that he's not shown us yet. And no, this isn't his first foray into fright. He was in Piranha 3D, Krampus, The Monkey. His feature film debut was in a Hellraiser sequel. He just hits new heights by going into the depths that he does in Hokum, showing somebody who's spent and selfish, who carries a darkness inside himself and is terrified of the darkness outside of himself. I don't think that he hits a level of being Oscar-worthy. I don't think that this is that role. But if he does get an Oscar at some point, I wouldn't be shocked if his director on that film said that they cast him because they saw something that they didn't know that he had in this movie and wanted to work with him. 13 out of 15. This is not only McCarthy's best directed film, it's his best written as well. The characters are smart and motivated and believable. The dialogue is both informed and relatable, and the whole thing is properly paced. Yes, I can nitpick and say that I wish that there was some more quotable dialogue that made it stand out a little bit more, or that there could maybe be a bit more to the movie overall, because the runtime is well spent, and I do think that a couple of sections could have breathed somewhat. I'll go 12 out of 15. I am 50 movies deep into the horror of 2026. Hokum is the scariest movie that I have seen this year so far. You and I have already heard plenty about the jump scares in it, and I'm sorry, but I hate that. Because yes, they're there, and yes, they're good, but they're only effective because of the claustrophobic, hypnotic world that McCarthy has fully immersed you into. Those jump scares are more a courtesy to release the tension that he's built than just a cheap, loud noise to startle you. This is a master of his craft, and his craft is terror. A perfect 10 out of 10 for scares. Aesthetically, everything is tactfully presented. The atmosphere is one of old spooky house movies, and McCarthy has a great use of light and shadow to forward that. There's a lot of shots of characters that would be instantly recognizable as Hokum, but I don't know that the sets were so boldly unique that they would be as recognizable. I think it's fair at a 7 out of 10. I liked the story to Hokum. If you've seen McCarthy's prior efforts, you know that he's great at world building. I think Scott's Bauman was well motivated and had a natural progression, but I do think that that progression did take jumps instead of steps a couple of times as it moved along. Maybe a few additional scenes could have worked to its benefit. I think that it's fair in this state at a 7 out of 10. Kills are there, but please understand, they are not a focal point. This is not a movie for gorehounds. That said, what we do get is satisfying and serves the story. 5 out of 10. I do feel that although Hokum sits into the tried and true old dark house genre, McCarthy puts a fresh coat of paint on the rooms within that old dark house. Originality lands at a 4 out of 5. I caught this at AMC's Scream Unseen, which was great because I saw it early and I've been dying to see it, but it sucks because I have to wait until the official release to watch it again. I want to sink back into this world and catch all of those small things that I know are there that I know that I missed. Rewatch on Hokum is a 5 out of 5. Yes, Hokum is a serious film. It's lighter on levity. It does deal with grief, so it's hard to call it outwardly enjoyable. But it's also not so heavy-handed, and it doesn't dwell on those topics to the point where you'd avoid it altogether because you know you'll feel gross after watching it. Plus, when it pulls away from those topics, the ride that it takes you on is well worth the fare. 4 out of 5. So overall, these add up to a possible 100 points, and when I chainsaw this off, your Massa score for Hokum is 80 out of 100. Yes, that's the highest Massa score that's been achieved this year so far. It's my favorite horror movie of the year so far, and it absolutely does live up to the hype. I highly recommend that you read nothing else about it and just go check it out. Kindred Spirits, Oddity, The Innkeepers, The Wicker Man. That's all I got for you, Cretins. That's going to do it for today, creeps. Do all these things. Let me know if you saw Hokum and what you thought of it right over here. And as always, this is all just a matter of opinion. See it yourself, make your own decisions, remain critical, support horror.